I had one person who came and said, Sreeni, you are not at all good for manufacturing. So it was a very good feedback. Our skill set seems to be more to be people, not to an process oriented function. So that particular person guided me, okay, I think you should continue your studies, might be go into doing an MBA, might be into human resource, and then try it out. Implementation is the key. Talking is very easier, yeah, but going back and getting this done in an organization is much more tougher and harder, yeah. The easiest way to look at it is start considering people as people. That's the easiest way. Your pain point, my pain point would definitely be the same. I might be someone who gets emotionally driven by visuals. Might be movies learns and influence me more than a podcast. There would be other people in the organization who doesn't believe in this both. They are like traditional learners. I want to learn through books. I want to write, make a note. I believe one thing that is going to change is embracing AI. So AI is a broader term. I could say look at the digital tools or the transformations that we have. In next 2 years, I don't think so there should be even a single person within the organization who is not digitally capable.
Bold HR or L&D experiment would you try in any company?
Might start celebrating failures. Most probably I believe that success is not the one to be celebrated. At times we should celebrate failures also, because failures gives us opportunity to learn more.
It's a pleasure to have Mr. Sreeni to Pharma Now podcast, a professional who brings a rich blend of experience in HR, leadership and development, and organizational capability building. Sreeni's insights offer a grounded yet strategic view on how companies can evolve their people practices to meet future challenges. So today I would really like to welcome Mr. Sreeni. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me here.
Can you tell us about your journey? How did you land into HR or talent management? And what were the defining moments that shaped your approach to people and learning?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. I am basically a graduate from biotech. I started my career in manufacturing right after my graduation. Had a short stint of close to 1 year in manufacturing. So it's quite hard to land up into manufacturing right at that point of age, because you need to go through a lot of grills there. You have multiple shifts working in, early morning shifts, late night shifts coming in. And the best part is you don't get to see even the largest pieces of manufacturing, because we are juniors, we start from that level. So I started from there and then got an opportunity to move into research and development within the same organization. But there was, in every stage of my career, there was at least one person who actually supported me into transitioning to the next level. So during my stint there with that organization, I had one person who came and said, Sreeni, you are not at all good for manufacturing. So it was a very good feedback, and he said, your skill set seems to be more to be people, not to an process oriented function. So that particular person guided me, okay, I think you should continue your studies, might be go into doing an MBA, might be into human resource, and then try it out. So I believe that particular piece of conversation I had helped me. I moved out of that particular role, went into a management B school, did my regular MBA, and landed up into the HR and the training piece of it. So that's how the entire journey started. Even in my second career stint and third career stint, there too I had actually people who had guided me, mentored me, and coached me. So in one short answer, if I want to give, would be we should be blessed with people around us. And we should also be blessed with mentors, coaches who ideally can identify our skills, potentials, and then guide us into the right track. Training and development is something that I got to know when I was working with an organization which was into patient support programs. There I came to know that I have some skills inside me where people are at least listening to me. So they came out and said, okay, you have some skills that can make people sit, listen. So that's when I identified, okay, this could be an opportunity for me. Then started the process, started the way of doing it. I believe at one point of time, I understood coming into pharma, training and development is a field that I want to be in. But it was very late. I got to know that, I could say the eureka moment, or, the passionate feeling that I have in me by around when I was close to 23, 24 years. Ideally, if should have been earlier, then it would have made my career much better. But it came to me at 24 years, 25 years. Then I started working on myself when I understood this is an area that I want to focus on. Then started looking at some certification courses, started looking at talking to people who are in pharma training and development. At that time, I was not in HR, not in training and development. But all those interactions, all those moments when these people came in and talked to me about, okay, these are the certain things that can you do, that helped me. That helped me at least pay me a way, okay, what should I do in that particular role at that particular time, keeping in mind where I want to go. So I sincerely hope that all the listeners who are listening to this, might be in what platform it might be, they also get blessed with people, who can ideally guide them, make them understand this is the right place to go, this is the right channel to take. And then I'm sure one day we all would ideally end up in at least reaching that place we want to. This is a journey. I won't say that it's actually end, but at least passionately what I feel is at any point of time when you land up to that level, we just don't need to take back or look back and say it's a job that I do. So right now I enjoy that. Even at night, might be early morning, 1 a.m. if you would have called me for this interaction, I would have definitely come, because it's quite passionate for me from my, from my side to have these conversations which can help people. So I believe that's one good thing that has happened, at least in my career, and that has helped me where I stand and sit with you today in this platform.
Very interesting journey.
Yeah.
So how did you took it, like initially when you heard that Sreeni, you're not good in manufacturing? How did you took it initially? Did you feel bad?
Obviously, I mean, I'm working day night, and you get to know from the person who was your supervisor saying you are really bad in what you do. So that was a bit of a revelation. I was feeling that I'm really doing good. But at that point of time, I was just close to 20 years old at that time, just after my BSc graduation. And just after, might be close to 9 months after my graduation, after my BSc biotech. At that time, I felt shattered. I really felt like, oh, it's too bad. I mean, I think so I'm not making a mark. There is something that is missing. That was very evident. But later on, when I now turn back and see, I totally believe that if that advice or that piece of information would not have come from him, might be I would have been still logging in that sector, might not be enjoying what I really want to do. So I believe at that point of time, obviously sad, shattered, not getting motivated. But now as I see, yes, it made a difference.
Great. So moving on, in an environment like pharma,
Yeah.
where compliance, regulation and innovation and speed intersect, what are the unique challenges for HR and L&D, and how should organizations prepare to address them?
Yeah. It's a good question, but from my perspective, to be very frank, I don't see it as challenges per se, because every organization where we're working, it is very important that we have certain boundaries, certain guardrails, but all of that is done to ensure that organization achieves its final goal. So I don't basically see it as challenges per se, but these are certain building blocks or certain pit stops which gives us opportunity to go back and check and see whether are we on the right track. Compliance, legal, all of them plays a vital role. Now, if you come down to people side, might be as an HR and might be an training and development professional, I should first be completely aware of what I can actually do within my organization. So the easiest way to answer that question is, whenever you think about an initiative that you want to do for employees, first consult with legal, first consult with the compliance team, understand whether yes, it is something that we can do. Now, if they give a green signal, then we are on the right track. And throughout the process, as we shape up that intervention, please go back and keep them informed also, saying that these are the next step, this is what we are planning to do. Is there something that we should be mindful of? Now, if you preempt this, if you think that they are also a partner to us, I believe it's never a challenge. It's definitely an opportunity for them. This also will give the legal compliance and all other departments who works in these guardrails also understand our pain point too. So they will also keep understand, okay, what is the pain point for a training and development professional, L&D professional, HR professional, how is their work life, going around. So if there is an opportunity for them to now change some guardrails, then this experiences will help them to fine tune these changes, which obviously would help the entire organization. So it's not challenge, it's definitely required. We require that steps, that checks at every point of time that would definitely contribute to a larger organization success.
Correct, very true. So from your experience, what does it take to shift an organization from training when required to learning as a habit and culture, and why does it matter?
Interesting question. I don't have answer to be very precise. I mean, even if you ask me, are you interested in learning? Now, since I am wearing this hat, obviously I might say yes. But you go back to an employee, who has n number of responsibilities to be done. His KPIs might be different. He has some other set of goals and challenges and results to be produced. At that point of time, I, from my perspective, going, no, you should complete this course. This is something you will have to definitely do. Do this within next one day. I think it is very good from their side to come back and say no. It's not going to add any value to me. So I think still that's a challenge. Whatever we do from our side is still considered as an push activity. We do have very, very few colleagues in any organization who considers learning as an opportunity to grow. One easy way for an organization to show that it is very important is to lead by examples. Now, if I have someone within my organization whom I have seen as an ambassador of learning, who has been consistently getting opportunities to learn, perform, and then go up or climb the ladder of success, then I, as an L&T team, have an opportunity to quote that particular person. See, you have one example right in front of you who has actually benefited from learning, from training, from attending the programs and upskilling itself. That could be one easiest way. But at the end of the day, what it all matters is the importance I, as an individual, gives to all these competency building learning. I still believe to a certain extent we cannot enforce anyone. We cannot push someone, come and learn. I can only give them opportunities. I can only give them, the way and, the path to learn this, absorb this. Other challenge that would happen is, what if something I am learning, but I am not implementing it in my day-to-day life?
Yes.
Let's assume, then that doesn't make any sense to me. So might be as an L&D professional or might be as a training team, what we should be focusing is, look at those interventions that can directly be implementable. So it should be something like, really good at. For example, you are sitting in front of me. Now, your job might be to have these conversations with me. From tomorrow on, you want to have a change in your makeup or something that wants to make you look better in the screen. Now, if I give you a training on, okay, do this, do that, or might be a small course on your image consultancy. So this is how you should look at your camera. Don't say this, don't say that, look at straight, something related to your domain. And from the next day you start implementing it, you still have the curiosity to go back and learn. But to you, if I come back and say, hey, learn something about AI, learn something about deep learning, I'm not sure. You might not be interested even to do that.
Yes.
Might be if it comes from your supervisor, you might just log in. You might just go through it and see, okay, what it is, so that at least you can show that, your name features in the login list. But obviously that interest and curiosity will never come. This would still remain. I don't know, whatever technology comes in, it would still remain as we progress this journey. We are trying to infuse some gamifications, creating some pointing systems, showing them leaderboards at the end of this A to C. But one concept that I personally believe would definitely change this entire paradigm is peer learning, which is known as social learning. So that's when we, let's assume now you have got 3, 4 anchors like you sitting together, and you both share your challenges. That particular guest had a very bad, experience with them. Now you get an opportunity to understand from how did they handle such scenarios. Then if it's a peer group learning or a social learning, then those places you will be more, there's no judgments there. There is no one to gauge you there. It's absolute sharing of what you are doing day in, day out. From all those conversations, as a person, I might have a lot of things to learn. Then the next time I get an opportunity, I would start implementing. So I still believe social learning, peer group learning might resolve this. I just need to find out which proportion should I keep this, social group learning in the interventions and try it out. But not sure. This question of how I can create a pull would still remain, but it would vary from the environment, vary from the people we have within the organization, the state of the organization that we are. So a lot of factors plays there. But at the end of the day, it depends on each one of us. That core curiosity should be there within us. Do I need to learn? Do I need to progress? What is your core belief plays a vital role.
So, like some random conversations with the colleagues might help.
Obviously.
We can also plan team building or team bonding sessions.
Yeah.
But again, that is not a pull, that is again a push for them.
Yeah. I believe maximum learning might happen over a cup of coffee in the cafeterias.
Yes.
Rather than, I calling them and making them sitting in a training room. Let's imagine I have 2 colleagues drinking over a cup of coffee and saying, see, I don't know how you're doing this in Excel. Can you let me know? It's easier. You just go there, drag and drop, it's there.
Yes.
Now, I believe more learnings would happen in such kind of conversations rather than making them sit across and 60 minutes entire session on might be whatever topic it might be.
So that shouldn't go into that login part.
Obviously.
Yes. Very true. So how important are cross-functional collaboration between HR, operations, regulatory, businesses when designing learning and people development programs? And what pitfalls should be avoided?
Yeah. Answer is very straightforward. We need to involve all these functions right from the beginning.
Oh.
So what I'm trying to say is, let's assume I have an product launch coming in, okay, and my company organization wants to do a product launch in the next 6 months. Now the major piece of work there does by the marketing team, who creates the entire communication. They go down to the customers, understand the market, they understand what are the unmet things that is there pertaining. In pharma, it is basically the doctors understanding what is lacking for the patients, and then they come down to the drawing board. Now they transfer this information to the medical colleagues of us, and medical colleagues actually come in with evidence-based data. They look at, okay, these are the clinical trials for this product. Then they find out, okay, do we need to go with all these talking points or what matters to the customer? And we as trainers or L&Ds or HRs, whoever it might be, we come in towards the phase where, after all these things does, how should we upskill our team down the field to go to an customer or might be a doctor and do. Now, if it is phased wise, I believe we are missing out a lot of time. We are missing out a lot of opportunity to co-create, co-learn, and then contribute back to the organization. Now, imagine at least one representative from all these functions comes together. Now you have a core committee where you come back and sit and see, okay, this is something that needs to be done in next 6 months, what all functions can contribute. Now if we have one such representative from each of these functions coming in and talking to each other and understanding, it makes this entire process much more easier, much more faster. But if all these departments works in silos, let's imagine your marketing team never talks to a medical team, your medical team never comes down and has a conversation with the sales team on the ground, I believe it will be very tough as an organization to proceed. So working in silos is gone. I think so it will never come to any of the organizations as we move ahead. There will be a lot of focus on cross collaboration. So the organizations where we have this culture of having this cross collaboration would thrive much faster, would get results more faster. certain organizations where it's still in the nascent phase, it will still take some time for them. But more faster we accommodate these people into this learning interventions, training interventions, it makes our initiatives also much better. I hope it answers, but
So, what do you think are the roles of the leaders over there, the cross-functional department leaders? What role should they play?
yeah, very important. No, unless and until I should not be considering them just as an sign-off people. No, for example, I have some training program which I need to do. The budget comes from marketing. Let's assume, okay. So I might think that I will plan everything. I'll do everything, and then let me go and just get the sign-off from the marketing head because the budget actually comes from him. I'm just giving you a scenario. If that's the thought process of mine, then I'm not in the right track. So the first thing is I should go and talk to this marketing head. I should start seeing them not just as a sign-off person. I should start making them also understand whatever we are doing is for you also. You are also an integral part of this entire process. So if we start from top and then go to the bottom, I believe it will be definitely helpful for the organization. Coming from training side, if I don't have a buy-in from the topmost leaders, it will be very hard for me to sell my initiatives even, because they might not have a visibility of what I am doing. I might be doing n number of training sessions. Might be in a dashboard they would see, okay, there are around 18 training programs what they have done, and they look at the impact, it would be very less, because those people are not aware of what these 18 programs are standing for. But now imagine the reverse scenario. I go back and talk to this particular people who are at the top or the leaders. First thing they might say, I don't want 18. You just focus on 4 because this is what the business need.
Correct.
Okay. Then my thought process also change. Okay, let's be very clear, this 4. And then I start from there, then go down, start the initiatives, then keep them looped in, keep them informed. I believe rather than doing 18, 4 itself would achieve much better results. So that happens not just in training, it happens across the organization. We just need to keep always the people who are at the top, at the line of business, where they have the signing capacities, keep them very well informed what is happening. Because their schedules are also tighter. I might have just one responsibility. They have 10 responsibilities in their side. I cannot go back and say, for everything you listen to me. That also might not work. But somewhere we need to find that balance of how my top leaders are also very well kept informed. What are the initiatives as a learning and development team we are doing? Get them involved right from the discussion phase. Understand their pain points also, and then design something. Even at the design phase, go back to them, reiterate, get their sign off even for design before we even start. Once we start the program, after the first program ends, go back and show this is the feedback. Are you okay? Do you need? I think so. This should be a reiterative process. I should not just involve him right at the beginning and right at the end. That doesn't make any sense there. At each and every point of time, if I at least have an opportunity to go back and talk to them, understand their perspective, I believe as a trainer, I would still get some better inputs that I could fine tune for the other upcoming batches or other interventions coming in.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I think they know their team much more better, so they can give much more better insights, and the program which will be designed afterwards will be more beneficial for everyone.
Very true. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what we want, right?
Yes.
Even for learners, even for the business heads, programs should be valuable. They should find some value at the end of this hard work that we put in. I believe these changes, many of the organizations are doing it. I think so. This is not something like a Wikipedia, but it's quite understandable. The only problem is how best we can implement this in the organization, setup. So that's where the entire implementation is the key. Talking is very easier, but going back and getting this done in an organization is much more tougher and harder.
So as pharma evolves with digital transformation, remote, hybrid teams, field and remote workforce, what should be the focus area for HR and L&D over the next couple of years?
Okay. I believe one thing that is going to change is embracing AI. So AI is a broader term. I could say look at the digital tools or the transformations that we have. In next 2 years, especially in 2 to 3 years, even now it has started, but I'm sure it is going to boom much better. I don't think so there should be even a single person within the organization who is not digitally capable. So everyone, right from a receptionist to the topmost person within the organization, I think they should have the opportunity to upskill themselves on digital front, which is that would be a major important piece that would definitely come. Now, as an L&D person, or might be as a person working in training, I should keep myself informed on what are the upcoming technologies, what are the upcoming initiatives, what could be the future look like in next 2 to 3 years, and then find out some key points from them and then start trading for them. One important point that would come is data analytics. Now we are having these conversations here. Now, if you want to go back to your boardroom and look at, you might be looking at data, right? How many people clicked in YouTube, what was the view, how many reposts, might be in LinkedIn, you look at repost, sharing. So now that's a data, right?
Yes.
Now you also should be capable enough to do that. It should not be the organizers alone, or might be someone. Then you get to understand that, okay, this is. So those data at least should give some insights to you. So might be for one particular podcast episode, the views was very less. Or might be you could have your own perspective of it. So this is what, it went wrong there. I could have changed much better here. Might be the responses would have gone. Now this happens everywhere. But right now, imagine you are in a space where you don't have an accessibility to this data. You are not capable enough of making some insights out of that data. Then numbers will just be numbers. You will not have an opportunity to gain some insights there. But if we give an opportunity for you to understand those numbers, gain some insights to this, I'm sure the next episode that you do, you might fine tune it much better.
Yes.
You might come out with some more thoughts from your side too. So having an acumen on digital and data, not just on digital, I'm looking at data also, not just digital and data alone, might be some insights to be driven from those numbers would be an important piece that I should start looking in. Second thing would be, now said and done, digital data, gaining insights. Let's assume I have some technology that can help me do this. I don't need to invest time. Now that's where AI and generative AI tools comes in. Now I would ideally, as an L&D person or HR, scan across the market and see, can I make my people's work life much more simpler? Might be to gain these insights, I just have an Excel sheet where I have all the likes, comments, but I just take this Excel report, put it into a tool and say, okay, compare across 4 episodes, give me what was the maximum likes for which episode and why. Now if I have a tool which gives me this answer, my job is done.
Yes.
So that could be another area as an L&D professionals or might be trainers I should be looking at ahead of curve. Start thinking ahead of curve. Look at how best I can help my end users, my employees, make their lives simpler. The more you make their lives simpler, we are enabling them with more power. Power in terms of agility in terms of getting things done much faster. The more time we take less, productivity, efficiency also increases. At the end of the day, all these factors will help the organization to succeed in their goal. So I believe digital data, embracing AI technologies would ideally be something that we should be looking at. There's one more thing that would change, and that is still happening. I have different set of learners within an organization now, across the ages. Even though I also personally don't believe we should be compartmentalizing, segmenting people like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, that ideally should not. Because for me, the easiest way to look at it is start considering people as people. That's the easiest way. Your pain point, my pain point would definitely be the same. The more we start looking at these compartments, then we are, I'm a firm believer that doesn't actually work out in that way. We should not be ideally doing that. We should start looking at people as people. You might learn more through podcast because you are an auditory person. Okay, your learning style was that. I hate listening. I might be someone who gets emotionally driven by visuals. Might be movies learns and influence me more than a podcast. There would be other people in the organization who doesn't believe in this both. They are like traditional learners. I want to learn through books. I want to write, make a note. Now imagine my learning system does not allow this customization. I just have books. You go there, take this PDF, start reading, learn. Now, what am I doing with the people who likes podcast, who likes videos? Now, I'm not catering to their needs, right? So that is a greater challenge. Now, as an L&D, I should have certain contents, certain learning modules, which will satisfy all of them. So we call it as just-in-time learning or hyper-personalization of learning. That's what we got. So learning should be on the go. The moment I feel like I want to learn now, I should have the access. I should not find out a time like, like, okay, tomorrow morning, exactly at 9, I will block 30 minutes, I will learn. That will never happen, right? I mean, at least in my experience, I have not seen people actually being so disciplined in doing that. But it might just come that, okay, I currently want to know about this right now. Now, if I have a device where I can see that, then I learn there. That's how your Google, all the search engines, that's how they change the way we will learn. Even when I am talking now, I would have gone back and looked at ChatGPTs, looked at Googles, what could be the framing points that I could talk. But that is something I believe as an L&D person coming from training and development background, I should look at the hyper-personalization of learning. I should have the opportunity to give these people back the way they want to learn, and also accessibility. That's what I said. It should be at the ease of touch. It should not have 5 different tabs to click for an learning module to come. You go there, open your iPad or might be whatever device you are, then click here, enter your password, then go to a landing page, click on another site, then go into another. By the 4th step, my learners will be like, no, done, more than enough. I don't have the time and, time to go there. So it should be easy accessible, but that's why these bite-sized learnings, micro-learning contents, everything comes into place. I'm sure this will keep on coming. And as an L&D professional, I should understand this changing dynamics of learners, understand from that, and then start working on the content.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay. And what is your take on rewarding people after
Yeah.
after the results are really good?
Yeah.
So what is that?
Rewards are always good, no? Even even personally, you and me also would be more than happier to have. But what I think is 2 types of rewards we can talk about. One is definitely monetary. So by monetary, what I mean is, I can raise your pay, I can give you a better increment, I can add a better bonus to it, okay? But there are still people in the organizations, or there are certain organizations who might not have that much of budgeting, right? No, I might be still a startup, let's assume. I don't have much revenues coming in. But as a person, I still want to reward, I still want to show. That's where the other side of rewarding comes. It could be even a small pat on the shoulder, right? Saying that you really did good. Huh? I'm really happy that you handled that conversation well. But if it comes from your supervisor, if it comes from someone you are looking up to, that makes me much better than might be a 1,000 rupee Amazon voucher that comes to me.
Yes.
Really, right? It makes a lot of change. It could be something like a small token of appreciation, or might be a small letter from my CEO saying that, okay, I got to know that you have done something good, and clearly glad to see that during the process you have stick down to the organization values, culture, and you ideally are a true example of what we as an organization stands for. Imagine receiving that from my supervisor or might be my CEO. I would be much more than happier than getting another side of it. There could be another reward also. Might be once in a while a small letter goes to my family, like saying that this particular person is doing a lot of things for this organization, and we are glad that as a family you are supporting him to do it. Now, these are like something that I don't need any budget or might be some money in my hand to actually do this, right? These are something that can be easily done, and which actually talks directly to person as we are. It touches our emotions. It makes us feel much more grounded.
Very true.
Yeah, it makes me more dedicated to that organization and to the job that I do in. I am a firm believer it should be a mix of both. Somewhere we should have a balance and then find a tune, to have this both and then start. But this also would be a reiterative process, because I cannot say that this will perfectly work. It will not. But it's much better than waiting for a perfect rewarding system to be there and then implementing. It's much better than that you start implementing. Do with at least one letter. Then you
Yes.
understand how your employees are feeling, and then reiterate, then go back and see how it works, and then start adding on. So I believe, but rewards is very, very important, not just for learning, not just for training, but as an organization, rewards, appreciations, might be these small, small moments would ideally help all of us. As I said, no matter whether it is Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Alpha, whatever, people are always people, right? We touch with heart, we move with emotions. All these small, small gestures would definitely touch us, and that would make me much more person better than what I am the next day.
No, it's really true. So I remember one story,
Okay.
and I really want to share it over
Please,
here.
please, yeah.
So one day my director was writing some appreciation notes for the team.
Okay.
And I just passed by and I saw that he's writing something and I saw my name on it. And I was very happy at that day that there is something note coming for
Yeah.
me. And then there is a screen in our office where the notes are
Yeah.
being stuck on. And I just went there and I saw the notes and I couldn't find my name in it.
Oh.
So I was like, "Ki, where did my note went?" I just went to his desk and I saw that the note was crumbled.
Oh.
And my heart was, my heart broke at that time. Like, why there's no appreciation note for me. There's for everyone, why not for me? And like 2 to 3 days, I was like overthinking on it. What did I do?
Yeah.
What went wrong and everything. And then after a couple of days, he noticed that and he said that I didn't wanted to give you that day because there are few more points which you should work on, but someday there will be something for you. And then after a few days passed on, and then he appreciated me, and then I thought, okay. So it's really very important when
Very
it comes
true.
from your mentor.
Very true. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It helps. A small note, right?
Yes,
Just a small note. Yeah.
You
that
don't give
that
me
makes
gift.
a difference. Yeah.
So it's really more than for an Amazon voucher, as you said.
Yes.
So even if he gives me something, it's for me it's very big thing. Like it's coming from him.
Yes.
So I think everyone should be considerate about
Very true.
their
Yes.
employees.
By the way, Amazon voucher was just an example. I'm not promoting Amazon as an organization or as a gift card, but that was just an very bare minimum example that came to my mind.
Not sponsored by
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah.
Fine. Really, it's really the conversation is getting really great.
Glad.
And
Hope the people who are listening to it also feeling the same.
so moving on to the last segment, which is the rapid fire round.
Okay.
Quickly, we'll do a rapid fire round.
Okay.
One unconventional habit or routine you practice that helps you stay sharp.
Okay, I'm not a reader. I am more of a visual person, so that's why I gave the example of different learning styles. But there was one book that I had an opportunity to glance through, which is known as 5 a.m. Club.
Okay.
Oh, it's a very famous book. Many of the
yes.
viewers who are listening to it might know that. So what they say is you wake up at 5 a.m., do some regular habits which can change. That really touched me. Now I changed the 5 a.m. because many times 5 a.m. doesn't work for me. So this has now come to 6 a.m. club kind of me. But the moment I wake up, now I have a small routine where I at least take some time to reflect on myself, like what is something that I want to complete? Is there something important that is going on that I need? I just make a note of it. Okay. So this sets tone for the day for me. At least I'm very clear. Okay, this is something. This could be personal. This could be professional also. So from both the ends, we can ideally start noting it. Now, the rest of the time, I at least make sure that somewhere close to 10 to 15 minutes is what is currently happening with my, time that I have in hand. I tend to go and learn something which is quite new. So right now in the domain that I work is more towards digital. So I don't come from a digital background. I don't have engineering degree. I don't have a background where I come from such a but my work demands that. At least someone talks me about something on AI, I should be able to at least understand, okay, this is what it means. Now, in order to reach that level, I at least need to upskill myself every day. So what I do is 10 to 15 minutes. Something new that comes in, I just go through it. Now, there are, as you said, there are newsletters, right, where you might be sharing. So there would be at least 1 or 2 lines in a newsletter that would talk about something new that is coming up, some new tool. So I find some learnings here. So I have subscribed to few newsletters and it all comes into my Gmail. Obviously Gmail is not having that much memory now just because of these newsletters comes in, but at least I find out some time to go through this mail and see what has these newsletters saying. Is there something new that we can add on? And that will help me also build my confidence also, right? Okay, I know about it. Someone talks about it, I can say, okay, I've heard of it somewhere. Yes, not absolutely new for me. So I believe one good routine that is helping me is finding out some 10 to 15 minutes of my own time to reflect, to note what is quite important for me. Some 10 to 15 minutes kept aside to learn something new. That could differ from, that could be your passion. Luckily for me, it's passion. Both my job and whatever I do is a passion for me. So it strikes chord. For you, it might be your hobby. You want to upskill on something. You're a very good classical singer. Might be 15 minutes you practice on that. That could be something. You're good in cooking. Might be a new menu that you want to try. Might be during the weekend. That could be something. But it's very important as humans, we understand that we are finding out some time for ourselves. Sometime that keeps us also happy, keeps us also say that, yes, I am doing something for myself too. I believe that's something that will make us proud, make us also feel like, as an individual, I am going in the right track.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there were no constraints, what bold HR or L&D experiment would you try in any company?
Okay. Tough question, I would say. I know it is rapid fire, but nothing is coming to my mind. No? Can you repeat the question once again? If given an opportunity?
Yeah, if there is no constraints, what bold HR experiment would you try in any company?
I might go back to the rewards that you said. Might be appreciating more. One
Maybe a
good
Dubai
thing.
trip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure whether I would have so much of budget in my hand. But what I would do is I might start celebrating failures.
Oh.
That would be something that might, most probably I believe that, success is not the one to be celebrated. At times we should celebrate failures also, because failures gives us opportunity to learn more.
Yes.
So might be if given an opportunity, I might say, wherever you fail, come friend, share with others. What did you fail? Why did you fail? Because failures might give me an opportunity to learn more, not just as an organization, but also as individuals also. And I believe failures will give us more learnings than sharing the best practices along. So I believe that openness, transparency, vulnerability, as an HR, I would promote that. Come, please don't worry. Let us fail. Come down, share failures. I might provide more for failures than something for an success to be shared.
Very
Not
true.
sure. Might be.
Okay. Coffee or tea, which gets you started in the morning?
Wow, fantastic. Great question. I'm from Kerala. So there is a saying in Mallu, wherever you go, a Mallu with a tea shop follows.
Oh.
So I am definitely a tea person. So tea gets me going. Yeah. So in short, it's tea.
So a personal value or principle that guides your leadership style?
Oh, wow. There is one quote that always comes to me that goes by, be the change you want to see. So that's something that has struck me well. I think so this was there staying with me right from 9th standard or something. So that changed my perspective also at times. So if I want someone to behave, I believe I should start behaving in the way that I want them to be, reciprocating back. So I believe that's something that is keeping me driving, and that's a philosophy for me, I believe. So
Great.
yeah.
Great. So thank you, Mr. Sreeni. It was really nice having you here on a podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I hope our viewers, listeners, whoever it might be, also get some opportunity to, go through this, understand something, and let's make the best out of it. As I said, people are always people. Let us all work together as a community.
Yes.
And enriching and improving ourselves as we move ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks
so
a lot.
much.